Wewe sasa unataka kuapisha Kindiki kinyume ya sheria. Shame on you. Na ujue iko katiba na tutachunga. Wakenya watachunga nini?
Yes, it is now very clear that very many people are coming out to oppose the deputy presidency of Kithure Kindiki because of the constitutional hurdles it has. Yesterday, Martha Karua came out to throw his support to Rigathi Gachagua and also oppose the nomination of Kithure Kindiki. Ensign Kenyan who understands what is going on, you clearly see that Rigathi Gachagua is being persecuted. And Kithure Kindiki, a law done by the Kithure Kindiki knows the law, was nominated at this presidency at the expense of the Kenyan constitution. Even if you don't understand the law, the Kenyan constitution stipulates that no one can ascend to the presidency when he's a public servant. And you all know Kithure Kindiki was nominated to this position when he's a public servant as a CS Interior. Anyone who is supposed to be nominated to the presidency must resign 3 months prior. And I don't think Kithure Kindiki ticks that box. So Martha Karua came out and echoed his statements, okay? And also say that Kithure Kindiki should not be sworn in as a deputy president. So in this episode, I've going to talk about the comments of Martha Karua, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to remember that if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. So yesterday, Martha Karua came out and opposed Kithure Kindiki as a deputy president. This has a lot of message. One, it shows you a new political outfit which is going to be created. And we all know it is points towards supporting Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, if I was Martha Karua, I support Rigathi Gachagua since he wanted to be the governor of Kirinyaga. If you support Rigathi Gachagua in 2027 general election, if he's going to stand, be rest assured that every person who will be on the ticket of Rigathi Gachagua in Mountain Kenya, 90% of them will retain or get those positions. So by coming out to support Rigathi Gachagua, one is it shows that he's fighting for the rule of law. Because any sane person away from politics and feelings, you cannot support, okay, the attacking of the 2010 Constitution. Martha Karua came out and spoke about this. And before I speak on this more, let me first play with the tape as Martha Karua was talking about this. Here is the tape.
Wewe sasa unataka kuapisha Kindiki kinyume ya sheria. Shame on you. Na ujue iko katiba na tutachunga. Wakenya watachunga nini? Sasa ile imeniweka wasiwasi ni kuona wabunge wakiongea kama watu wamelewa. Mtu ni wakili anaongea kama amelewa, huwezi kujua ni wakili. Mtu ni mtu, tulijua ni mwenye msimamo, amekosa njia, hana msimamo tena, ni kama gari imekosa brake.
That is Martha Karua. He came out to say that President RUTO should desist from breaking the constitution. Okay, why I make these videos and what hurts me more, that President RUTO presented himself as a person who was holier than thee, who used to oppose every unconstitutional thing because that was meted on him by Uhuru Kenyatta. Now he's doing exactly the same thing. That is my problem. Okay, when you sell yourself as a person who adheres to the constitution, who follows the rule of law, you cannot be the same person. After the conservatory orders is done, you continue denying Rigathi Gachagua his entitlement. Okay, after the impeachment motion of Rigathi Gachagua, you appoint someone who is a public servant and nominated by Parliament. But our Parliament today, led by Moses Wetangula, has been the joke of the year. Ever since they passed those 11 accusations against Rigathi Gachagua, frivolous ones, putting companies which never did anything. It became a joke of the year. Even now, they nominate as a public servant contrary to the constitution. You clearly see that Martha Karua has a thing there. Although these are politicians, okay, they are building a coalition which is going to work in 2027, but Martha Karua has a point. Okay, even if you don't like Rigathi, at least do it in the constitution. By the way, if I was William Ruto, what a sane person could do, even if it meant waiting for Rigathi Gachagua to get out of the hospital, because it would have been even a tactical move for him to fall sick. I know it is 50-50, would have been sick or not, but they fell in the trap of Rigathi Gachagua. And upon that, the court might stand on this to throw out this impeachment motion. And remember, the courts of law have always built the jurisprudence of Kenya. They have come out to do orders, historical orders. The day they terminated the presidential election, Maraga, it set a precedent that anything can be terminated. You remember the BBI? It was terminated by the courts. I may not be surprised that this impeachment motion is going to be thrown out. Even Kindiki will be getting barred from accessing this position, even if the impeachment motion is successfully. In the most unlikely event, he will have to resign 3 months. Okay? So Martha Karua is right for coming out to oppose the swearing in of Kindiki. Because you cannot tell me that even if you are insane, you impeach the deputy president, a gazette notice is released in the night. The next morning, you nominate that person to be voted for by parliament. You clearly see that William Ruto was in the hurry to get rid of Rigathi Gachagua. Okay. And as a person who supported William Ruto to get to the president because of the persecution, I cannot be the same person who will support these things. In fact, I was hurt to see Boss Shori attacking Rigathi Gachagua, persecuting him, not forgetting that they were against the same things when William Ruto was facing Uhuru Kenyatta. Okay, so it is unfortunate. Okay, but also Martha Karua, remember, is a lawyer. He comes from the mountain. It is tactical for him to stand with Rigathi Gachagua because it will be a plus. Normally, a person who doesn't stand with their leader in a community, it's very difficult for him to get a position. And this is tactical. Okay? So Martha Karua is right 100%. We cannot sit down to see that the constitution is being taken down by a person who projected himself as one of the fighters for the constitution. It is so unfortunate, not only for Kenya, but for East Africa, because Kenya is a symbol in democracy when it comes to East African politics. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.